While one of their players was chasing around one of our best players, we were able to score a goal. So, to me, it's just, like I said, sticking with our game plan, sticking with, what we know, and then, obviously sticking together. I think that's what kind of makes us successful against these guys. And like I said, if we're able to do that, we'll be successful again.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck tonight versus Roanoke.
Thank you.
He's the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll be right back after these messages with more Marksmen pregame. This is Marksmen Hockey.
Baby, we have spiders on every corner outside our house.
Okay, I'll call someone to take care of it.
Baby, we have fire ants all over the yard.
Alrighty, I'll call someone else to take care of that.
Baby, these mosquitoes, they have got to go.
Here we go again.
One call to St. Peter Pest Control provides all these services. Total pest protection for one low monthly payment. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
At Carolina's Dentist and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Rayford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolina's Dentist difference.
We welcome you back inside the Crown Coliseum. For those of you that may have missed our interview with head coach Corey Melkert, we're going to play that again for you during the first period intermission. For those of you following along on the Marksman Radio Network, we do apologize for the minor technical difficulty that we had just had. Seems like everything is ready to go now, and thank you so much for joining us on the Marksman Radio Network as well as Hockey TV. Thought Coach Melkert made a really interesting point there, and we talked a little bit about it in our first segment. You really do want to worry about what your team is doing if you're Corey Melkert, and I thought they did a magnificent job of that last night, so much so that when he was pointing out incidences of guys charging and slashing, that it wasn't something we were able ever to touch on last night because of how well the Marksmen played within the parameters of the game of hockey. Now, we know this is a Roanoke group that likes to play on the edge, and we know that Dan Bremner, when he was on the ice as a player, was also a guy that liked to play on the edge. And I think it's an important thing to keep an eye on tonight. Can the Marksmen maintain their composure and poise? And just like Corey Melkert said, find a way to put the puck in the back of the net when you've got players on the other side that are being irresponsible. And I know that there had been a lot of conversation stemming from last weekend and Josh Nenadal's ejection and the antics of Chris Vela in front of the net. And it's not been one of those points of emphasis for SPHL officials to levy major penalties, and we've seen very few of them, relatively speaking, now with 21 games to go in the season, and that's not a knock on the officiating. It's been consistently loosely done, but when you've got guys running around irresponsibly and Corey Melkert levying a heavy accusation, you want to have peace of mind and understanding that there is protection there for your roster, and we'll see if Sean Hoppe changes the way he officiated the game last night. I thought it was fairly well done. It was called right down the middle as the Marksmen went 1 for 4 on the power play, and the Rail Yard Dogs were unable to score on the man advantage last night. But we'll talk more of that throughout the game if it presents itself as a storyline. Only storyline from a roster perspective, the Fayetteville Marksmen will line up the exact same way. Taylor Best is the odd man out of the lineup tonight as he's the healthy extra. Meanwhile, for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, the only guy they will have out of the lineup that has not been put onto the injured reserve is Billy Vizzo, who is not on the trip because of an undisclosed illness. So Roanoke will line up with their same 16. The Marksmen will line up with their same 16. Brent Moran gets the start in net for the Marksmen as he vies for his 7th straight victory between the pipes in the SPHL. Kid still has not suffered in a losing effort. Henry Dill will get the nod for Roanoke this evening as he'll be making a start after coming in relief. And while he gave up a handful of goals, I still thought he put his team in a position at one point or another to come back, and the Marksmen were just too good last night, plain and simply as that. We're going to step aside and pause for these messages from our corporate partners. Coming back on the other side, we'll give you our keys to victory. This is Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey.
Something big is coming. Something so big It'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads. Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads. Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's original double, Chicago dog, and a turtle sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If we're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. For the final time during Marksman pregame, we welcome you back inside the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins alongside you as the Fayetteville Marksmen are about 5 minutes away from dropping the puck against their biggest rival, Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. And the keys to victory tonight for Roanoke are simplified, and they're just right out there for the taking. As we told you last night, Roanoke's got to play with some desperation. They've got to find their brand of game, and they've got to find it early. They were taken out of the contest early in the first period, and it didn't get any better for them early in the second, and it seemed like just a dud of an effort for the Rail Yard Dawgs last night. Getting back to their style of hockey is the first thing they have to do if they want to have any shot of success at winning this hockey game. And I think the other thing for the Rail Yard Dawgs is finding a way to be physical. They didn't hit anybody last night, and it's the first time we've seen the Rail Yard Dawgs frustrated to the point that they were outside of themselves. They never got to their game at any point last night, and it's largely because the Marksmen took the puck and they rammed it down their throat in the first 20 minutes, and Roanoke never got a chance to catch their breath. So finding a way to play your style, which is predicated on the physical style of play, and being the group that kind of charges at your opponent early are critical for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. Meanwhile, for the Fayetteville Marksmen, I can't help but shake this feeling that we're going to know a lot about this hockey game early, and I think for the Marksmen, they have to be the better team in the early part of the hockey game once again. When you have so much momentum you're carrying over from the previous night's effort, you've got to come out and in period 4 of 6 on the weekend, you've got to take charge. And while it's not quite the equivalent of what we saw in a 3-3 weekend against Knoxville back in November and against Pensacola a couple of weeks ago, it's not period 7 of 9, it's period 4 of 6. Nonetheless, it still feels like that period is really important in a back-to-back. You want to be better early, and you want to force your opponent to play from behind, and I think that's where the Marksmen have an avenue to attack. The other thing for Fayetteville, I think, is maintaining discipline, which they were tremendous at last night. Corey Melkert with 2 just firebomb interviews that I thought told us a lot about what he thought of Dan Bremner and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. It's one of those situations that I really think the Marksmen have to be the group that is going to stand up and not get into any type of extracurricular shenanigans. And if they're able to do that and be disciplined, the Marksmen proved it last night. They're the better hockey team. And that's where they want to be. They want to play better hockey overall. Something to keep a close eye on is their discipline. Let's go for a quick spin down the SPHL standings board while we still have time. Huntsville remains at the top of the SPHL. They're 3 points clear of Knoxville. Peoria suffered an overtime loss last night, and while they still have a point streak that they're carrying, the Rivermen have hemorrhaged a pair while the Marksmen have been able to jump 2 on Peoria. Still 5 back are the Marksmen of that coveted third spot. Quad City right now is above the Marksmen. They're in 4th only by a singular point. And the Storm are taking on the Vermilion County Bobcats this evening. Then the Marksmen in 5th, the Rail Yard Dogs in 6th, Pensacola and Evansville pushing as Roanoke continues to have a little bit of a skid here. And then on the outside looking in, Birmingham, Macon, and Vermilion County. Folks, that's going to do it for us here on Marksman Pregame. Puck drop between the Marksmen and the Rail Yard Dogs is next.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads. Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads. Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's original double, Chicago dog, and a turtle sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you inside the Crown Coliseum in the All-American city of Fayetteville, North Carolina, as it's time once again for Fayetteville Marksmen hockey. Tonight, it's an old and all too familiar foe that awaits the Fayetteville Marksmen as the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs are back in town. This is meeting 14 of 17 between the two teams this season. The Fayetteville Marksmen have won the last 3 meetings and have taken over the advantage in the season series at 7-5-1. The Marksmen are in their home black uniforms, black breezers and black socks, while the Rail Yard Dogs are in their road whites with the royal blue breezers and white socks. As we turn your attention to tonight's starting lineup, for the Fayetteville Marksmen, this is going to be the iteration of their third line, Drake Glover and FX Girard on the outside of Matt McNair. With Mark Wilson and Harrison Harper on the blue line, Brent Moran will get the nod in net. Meanwhile, for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, Henry Dill will get the start in the goal crease tonight. Their defensive group will be as follows: Matt O'Day and Wojtek Zimlicka. And the forward group will be their third line of Brady Hepner, Josh Nenadal, and Jesse Anderson. A little bit of magic here on Disney night in Fayetteville, North Carolina, as the Emperor's New Groove puts us into the frame of action. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one from Fayetteville, North Carolina, as we're off and the Marksmen win the opening draw. This was a Fayetteville team that started the scoring less than 4 minutes into the contest yesterday with a Brian Moore goal in front. They'll look for that same start here this evening as Armstrong's run into centering pass. Dill punches it out. Huge rebound to the far side face-off circle, and Roanoke survives the first chance of this one for the Marksmen. Quickly, Fayetteville back into attacking ice. The rolling puck will be scooped up by Mac Jansen, fresh off the bench. His backhander is into attacking ice, but Roanoke turns it over, and the Marksmen are to it. This is Harper right up the near side boards to Glover, who stood up. He had a pair of tallies yesterday in one of his better games, and Glover's really had a scoring touch against Roanoke this season. He has 5 goals against the Rail Yard Dogs this year. Holding the puck in back of Henry Dill is Dylan Hill, who will look to the near side wing for Jansen. Mac Jansen driving down the near boards. Centering pass was just too far out of the outstretched arms of Travis Armstrong, this Roanoke captain. Moved into the middle by the Marksmen as they're still stuck in their own zone. A breakout pass bounces at the red line. Roanoke dumps it in off of Jarrett Cupp. It bounces off of his shin pad back to center and could be a chance for Fogarty. Fogarty with a backhander over the crossbar. The Marksmen have the rebound on the near side half wall, and here they come. This is Brian Moore driving. He centers. Here's a shot by Hoffman. In and out of the glove of Dill. The rebound scooped wide. Fayetteville holds. Centering pass. A one-timer goes up and into the seats. May have hit Dill, or it may have hit Jones in front, as that puck's out of play. And the Marksmen have had 2 grade A scoring chances barely over 90 seconds into this contest. Starting goaltenders tonight for the Fayetteville Marksmen, Brent Moran is 6-0 with a 2.00 goals against average and a .925 save percentage. He's been sterling for the Marksmen since making his season debut 3 weeks ago. And meanwhile, in net for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs is Henry Dill, trying to eschew the performance he had last Friday night in Roanoke, where he was chased after giving up 3 goals on 9 shots. Played the majority of the hockey game yesterday in relief of Austin Rodebush, who only got 22 minutes and 50 seconds of playing time. Dill will set this one on a tee back behind the net as the Marksmen will rush 2 below the goal line. Fogarty knocks this puck free as DeVito looks over his shoulder. He's punished, but is able to send it up the kick plate all the way down to the Marksman end, where Vincenzo Renda will scoop it up. Cool moment for Renda last night, who was the 3rd star in our Bubba's 3 stars. Renda scored his first North American professional goal, his 2nd pro goal overall, and a cool moment for him. I was talking with the director of game operations, Macy Curry, as this puck skitters in onto Henry Dill. He'll hang on for a whistle. And Macy had informed me that Vincenzo Renda was not expecting to be the 3rd star of the hockey game, gets a T-shirt to throw out to the crowd and look directly at her and says, well, what do I do? And she goes, you throw the T-shirt. And he goes, well, who do I throw it to? And he goes, anybody. Cute kid, somebody. And a really special moment, I think, for Vincenzo Renda. Biology major from Salve Regina University and a native of Westmount up in Canada. Marksman will go down a man as Brian Moore is whistled for a penalty, and that's why Dill was so keen to hold that puck. So the Marksman will go down a man here. I didn't catch the infraction as I didn't see the arm up from Sean Hoppy. But nonetheless, the Marksmen go a man down here early. And Roanoke will start things off with their top power play unit. Rail Yard Dawgs did not have a ton of man advantage time in yesterday's contest. But so far, holding a nice possession here. Stubbs to the far face-off circle. DeVito fans on it. Recuperates on his own rebound, but misses wide of the near post. As Stubbs crashes, finds Jones. His pass to O'Day. One-timer snared and held on to by Brent Moran. Moran has been really, really good for the Fayetteville Marksmen. And that's one of his specialties. He's got really strong footwork, and I think that's one thing to keep an eye on in this game. He likes those glove side, short side shots, and hand-eye coordination is top-notch. He'll match anybody in pro hockey with his hand-eye coordination, and a clean save there. Here's a bid from Armstrong. Off bodies on the way through. McCloy to the rebound, unable to clear it around the long reach of Travis Armstrong, who hangs on to the puck here. Sends it to the near side wing. This is Hepner, who scored in the third period last night. He calls for the puck from Nittedal. The pass deflected, nearly intercepted, but the line is held. Armstrong at the middle blue line. Sends to the far wing. Here's a shot through traffic. Jamming at it is Moran. The Marksman will clear the rebound. Moore is serving a too many men on the ice penalty, and that's why I didn't see the arm go up as the whistle was blown as Dill touched the puck. So the long change victimizes the Marksman. Now a chance for Sherwood. Moran with a blocker side leg pad ready. He'll melt the puck with just 10 seconds to go in this Roanoke man advantage. 15:40 to go in the first period. Moran being tested as Dill was. Shots are dead even at 3-3. Strong crowd here tonight on Disney night in Fayetteville, and this is going to be a fun one. It's been a big lead up to this contest. Disney characters scattered throughout the concourse, and this is now back-to-back Saturdays in Fayetteville. There's been a strong crowd. That's a ginormous hit right by the Marksman bench on Chris Vela. Vela's one of those guys that Corey Melkert was alluding to in his pregame comments, quote, running around, and I like the way he put that. And the Rail Yard Dawgs are going to have to find that laser focus as this puck is in the near side corner of the Marksman attacking zone. Scooped up by Roanoke's Anderson. He'll find Vela, who gains the red line and shoots it to the far side corner. Marksmen have killed off a penalty, but a turnover. Here's a shot from Stubbs. Moran swallows it. That's huge. Uncharacteristic turnover from the Marksman defense, nearly costly. Brent Moran bails his team out. 14:54 to go in the first period. 0-0 the score.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome back to Fayetteville, North Carolina, inside the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins with you on the Marksman Radio Network and Hockey TV. 0-0 the score between the Marksmen and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. 14:54 to go in the first period. The face-off of the Marksman zone to the blocker side of their netminder Brent Moran, who's come up with back-to-back sterling saves on chances in the slot. This puck's on the near side half wall, stolen away by the Marksmen, and they'll break it out down the far boards. Just dumped in by Jarrett Cupp, who had a gorgeous breakaway goal to end the contest last night. Dill turns it over! They score! What a miscue by Henry Dill, and the Fayetteville Marksmen get a gift-wrapped opening goal. Let's see who's going to score it. I believe it's Tanner Fraze. That might be the easiest goal of Tanner Fraze's career as he just scoots to the front, and Henry Dill turns the puck over for a guy that is normally impeccably responsible with the puck. That's one that just gets away from him. And the Marksmen have a 1-0 lead. Down the near side wing, this is Dylan Hill. struggled last night in his return from the ECHL. He was a -5. Centering pass for the Marksmen. They're looking for more. Here's a drive. It goes off the skate of Stubbs to the far corner. Fraze tried to lay a body check. Rolling off of him was Hill. Sends it up the far boards, but the Marksmen will track it down. It is Tanner Fraze's goal. So the Marksmen are right back into attacking ice. Here's Renault near face-off circle. Lofts one on to Dill. Looking for a rebound, hanging out in front, a pair of Marksmen forwards. Zach Reimers will have the assist on the Fraze goal, so he's got a point on the weekend. The only one who does not have a point now is the captain, Taylor McCloy. Centering pass goes just wide of FX Girard. Another good chance for the Marksmen, who have continued the offensive pressure here. Renda pushes it up ice. Renault will chip it in on to Dill. He wants a pause, so he'll melt the puck. Told you during Marksman pregame, really felt like the first goal in this one was going to be big. And I think it coming in that fashion makes it that much more important for the Marksmen, as that's one that they earned. They drive in front, and Dill coughs it up, but the Marksmen are in such clean position, it's a sweep into an empty net for Tanner Fraze. This puck's at the top of the near face-off circle. Marksmen have it. Held on to by Bednard. Feeds the point. Oliveri, a slap pass to Brian Moore. He backhands. Dill kicks it out with a glove side leg pad as Moore finishes Sherwood to the end wall. Now Fogarty for the rail yard Dogs will skate it ahead of the blue line. He's cracked by Oliveri. The Marksmen look up ice, but a pass goes off Fogarty. Oliveri chasing after it. 3 Marksmen behind the net. Hard hit on Bednard, who crashes to the ice. Rail yard Dogs to the puck. This is Sherwood looking ahead. He chips it up ice. He was looking to spring a breakaway. This puck is high up in the air, and it's going to be played with a high stick, as now we've got a shoving match at center ice. Moore drops his gloves. He's grabbed hold of someone. Will the linesman let him go? No. Moore still wants to throw punches at Dylan Hill. Linesmen are not going to let them go. Now more conversation at center ice. Sherwood's in the middle of it. Bednard will stand next to Oliveri as Nick DeVito has a couple of shots to throw. Wojtek Zimlitska, who traded the tie for skates this season, went from being an assistant coach to a player, has more words, and now we'll get penalties for this little altercation. Dylan Hill will go to the box. It looks like Tommy Biesinger and Brian Moore for the Marksmen. And just based on the conglomeration of players sent to the penalty box, the Marksmen are going to go a man down here. 12:43 to go in this first period. Taylor McCloy speaking with Sean Hoppy. And that's a mystery to me unless there was something I missed from Biesinger. I've always been a big believer that if you can rationalize it, altercations like that should be evenly punished. Biesinger is going to be the extraneous minor here, as certainly Moore and Hill were going to go to the box. Everybody's set to continue play here. And Moore has been assessed the extraneous minor. So we'll get a call on that as soon as our public address announcer, Ray St. Peter, announces it. There's an altercation here, 7:26 into the first period, sends the Marksman down a man. And just as soon as the power play starts for Roanoke, it's going to go away. A cross-checking call will go against C.J. Stubbs. And we'll go 4-on-4 for the next minute 45. So Roanoke will take a seat for the first time in this hockey game. Penalty comes 7:33 into the first period. As Stubbs will have a seat for cross-checking and a lot of open ice out here for the Marksmen now. And I think critically here, you would love to have Moore in a situation where he has space. He sits. as both teams have 2 offenders in the penalty box. Down the far side boards, here come the rail yard Dogs. Quick shot by Zemlitska, misses Moran wide on the far post. Rail yard Dogs will drive to the front. Moran with the paddle down makes the save. He gets run over by Jansen as the puck squirts to the near boards. A chance for the Marksmen down the far side wing with Cup driving, one-timer, Henry Dill! Throws up the blocker and gets a piece of it. A magnificent stop, and now Jansen's turn. He's one-on-one against Cup. A weak wrist shot kicked out by Moran. The Marksmen will reset, and here they go. Renda dropped by Picorni as this puck will head back to the Roanoke goal line. Picorni will take it. Henry Dill has kept his hockey team in this one, as if that had gone in, the roof would have blown off this place. Here's a drive from the top of the circles over top the crossbar. Bednard to the rebound. Picorni trying to lay the body check. He's unable to. This will open up some space down the far wing. Armstrong matches up stick to stick, and now a hard hit on Reimers. Centering pass, one-timer. Dill again. The puck is loose, and Sean Hoppy blew it, and now we're going to get another altercation at the near side goal post. Henry Dill turns in back-to-back 10-bell saves. Both on one-timers with not a Roanoke rail yard Dog within any sight of the puck. Dill bailed out there as that puck was still loose in front of him, and Sean Hoppy, being in the far side corner, was forced to blow it dead as he lost sight of the puck. After the altercation, the face-off will come outside the Marksman zone, right in front of the Roanoke penalty box, and this game already has an air of chippiness to go along with it. 25 seconds left in this 4-on-4 period, then the Marksmen will have a very abbreviated St. Peter Pest Control power play as the rail yard Dogs enter the attacking zone offside. 11 minutes to go in this first period. 1 goal, 5 penalties. Face-off will be right in front of the Marksman box. Sherwood will take it against McCloy. McCloy wins it cleanly, as Zach Hoffman will take this puck for the Marksman. He'll leave it in the near side corner. Jarrett Cupp spins away from pressure, tries to work up the near boards, instead thinks better, and will drop it back for Hoffman. This is a new defensive pairing for Corey Melkert. Debuted last night, and he's liked it. As DeVito drops his man. That's FX Girard crossing the blue line. DeVito will get the puck and backhand it up. And I think the thing about that is Hoffman and Oliveri had been the pairing for the last 2 weeks. They play such similar styles. Physical defensemen, and the chance to separate those two and strengthen the unit as a whole, too good to pass up. And you saw, you really don't want to change too terribly much after a 7-2 thrashing that the Marksmen delivered on the rail yard Dogs last night. Dill in his trapezoid will play it to the far side corner. Here's a turnover. Quick wrist shot. Dill turns it away with the near side leg pad, and the rail yard Dogs get it out to center, where Jarrett Cupp will take it for the Marksmen. Drifts back to his own blue line. Finds Hoffman, who will swing it back to Cupp. Looking up ice, Cupp will hit Glover, who survives a body check from Tommy Picorni, who's been flying around here. Centering pass to Nenadal. He's dropped the Marksman bench. Fayetteville has the loose puck. Up the near side wing, this is Alex Reynaud. Toe drags around O'Day, feeds to the far side wing as he had Reimers driving. This puck is taken back out through center, and Harper will dump it in. Off the end wall, new forward group coming out for the Marksmen. This is Wojtek Zemlitska. Shovels to the near defenseman, and ahead to Nenadal up the near side boards. This one is taken away by the Marksmen at the red line. Nenadal charging with help from Anderson to knock this puck free. 9:10 to go in the first period. 1-0 Marksmen in the driver's seat. Nenadal will drive down the near side boards, shoots it on to Moran, who will steer it into the far side corner. The rebound scooped up by the rail yard Dogs all the way to the point. Moran turns this one away. Roanoke tried to give it back up to the point. The pass intercepted, and now down the near wing comes Biesinger. He gave the puck away as Tanner Fraze will lay it off the end wall. Renda will take it to the far side boards. He'll center. And here come the Marksmen. Driving in is Tanner Fraze, a rolling puck scooped up by Biesinger, who sends it up to the point. Renda to the back door, a chance, forehand, backhand, off the goalpost as Renda was denied by the heavy metal. That may have been one too many passes for the Marksmen as they had Dill dead to rights. Dumped in by Roanoke, Renda takes a shot in the back from Fogarty. This puck squirts free toward the slot. Sherwood unable to handle it, but Armstrong jumps in. He's bumped. Sherwood will take the puck. Sweeps to the point. This is O'Day. Off the near side boards. Tries to lay it behind the net for DeVito. He's overtaken. The Marksmen backhand this one up to the blue line no further. Sherwood catches. Passes to Jansen. He's got it at the bottom of the far face-off circle. Spins and fires. Moran says no. The rebound taken by Jansen, who scores. Mac Jansen ties the hockey game from the low slot on the rebound. And keep an eye on this as Brian Moore has more words for Dylan Hill as they exit the penalty box. Mac Jansen will have his 20th goal of the season as he shoots it through the traffic in front. And 12:08 into the first period. This is a tie game. But you want to know who really is going to deserve a lot of credit for getting this game to a 1-1 dead even tie. It's the guy in the Roanoke net, that's Henry Dill. And I can't help but shake that he's turned in 3 or 4 humongous saves for this Roanoke group, and this game could have been blown wide open. And then just 30 seconds before Roanoke ties it, the Marksmen had him dead to rights with an empty net and were unable to shovel it in. Roanoke's right back into attacking ice as we return to 5-on-5 hockey. Up at the red line, hard hit delivered as Nenadal got into Oliveri, who takes a look around. Behind the net is Travis Armstrong. 7:15 to go in this first period, 1-1 the score. Armstrong will feed it to the far side wing. Here come the rail yard Dogs. Driven in down the far boards as Anderson slides by a hard hit behind the net. Hoffman meets him as Harper tried to take a run. This puck's loose in the slot. Moran freezes it. And now more shoving in front as Hepner grabs hold of the collar of a Marksman. And the linesmen are right back in to break this one up. 6:57 to go in the first period. Chippy game, 1-1 the score.
Freddy's, how are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to...
6:57 to go first period here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The Fayetteville Marksmen and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs meeting for the 14th time this year. That's more than anybody else has seen a single opponent this season, and that's how it's going to be all year long. These two teams face off 17 times this season. Next meeting, however, is in 5 weeks. March 17th, a Thursday at 10 a.m. So bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the Marksmen School Day game. And hard to believe that we're talking about games in March. And after this one is over, the Marksmen just have 20 games left in the regular season. On the end wall, a couple of shoves delivered. As here comes Nenadal, centers the puck as he got crunched on the near side boards by Raynaud, who grabs the loose change and will dump it into Dill. Henry Dill will leave it behind the net for Matt O'Day. O'Day was up in a forward roll yesterday. He's dropped back to the blue line here, splits everybody and fires. Moran got a piece of it with a blocker and sent it high off the back glass. Wilson drops O'Day as the Marksmen get this one out through center and a chance. Biesinger fires. Big blocker save. The rebound wide of the net. And the Marksmen just seem to have their timing off offensively as shots have come in a little late. Oliveri unable to settle the puck. Marksmen looking to hold the line. on the near side blue line. This is Fogarty, who comes in charging to try to chase this puck. This is fantastic work by the Marksmen to hold the line for a good 5 seconds. And that was Brian Moore. Marksmen from their own zone. Cup feeds to Moore, who survives a shot from Armstrong. Now Moore charging in after the puck. Had it for a moment, lost it to Armstrong as those two collide in the Roanoke zone. Dumped in onto Moran as the Rail Yard Dogs want a new group out. Bednard turning with the puck as he moves it around to Jansen to Oliveri. Oliveri will headman. Moore fakes the slap shot. Dylan Hill tangles with him. Moore wants to go with Hill, who refuses to drop the gloves. Up the far side wing, here comes Mac Jansen. Spins away from pressure and will turn it back to Armstrong, who looks to the near wing. This is Hill, the defenseman. Dylan Hill looking for a lane, tried to feed to Jones, but missed him off of his inside skate. Now Jones centers to Stubbs. The pass may have been affected by the Marksman defense. They're still unable to clear as Zemlitska will hold on the far side blue line. Zemlitska shoots it into the body of Stubbs. He gives to Dylan Hill. His shot blocked. Now Zemlitska gave to Jansen, who pushed it just wide of the near post. Mac Jansen feeds it up to the point. Holding on to it, Zemlitska fires off the end wall. Coming to find the puck here is Vincenzo Renda. Now Jarrett Cup gets to it, gave it away. Fogarty feeds to the point. Here's a shot from O'Day. It stings the man in front as registering the block was Reimers. Now Jones sends it off the outside of the net. Hard collision on the end wall. Renda drops his man as struggling to find his stick is C.J. Stubbs. Marksmen are just able to send this trickling over their own blue line. New unit coming for Roanoke as finally Fayetteville gets a little breathing room. This is dumped in where Glover will go to chase. Behind the net, Zemlitska leaves it in open space. Nenadal had it for a moment, has to give it back to O'Day, who turns it up the near side wing. This is Nenadal. Nenadal finished by McNair, but he was able to get it ahead to Jesse Anderson, who dumps it in. Behind the net is Mark Wilson. Backhands to the near side half wall. 3:40 to go in this first period. 1-1 the score between Roanoke and Fayetteville. Pushed up ice as FX Girard will send to the near wing for Glover. The pass goes off the Roanoke stick. McNair will fly it into attacking ice as the Marksmen will bring a new forward group onto the playing surface. Rail Yard Dogs content just to settle this one behind Henry Dill. Push to the far side wing as Anselmo gives it away at the red line. Now the Marksmen right back into attacking ice is driving. Here's Brian Moore. Moore bumped by Picorni, hanging on to the puck. Anderson looking to take it away. He's unsuccessful. A centering pass to the top of the far face-off circle is scooped up by Biesinger. As he'll feed Harper, shot in front, tipped wide of the near post. Anderson gets to it, sends to the far side half wall. Hepner flips it off the glass. This is way up in the air. Wilson has to settle, punches it to Bednard, who will put it into open space. Biesinger driving as he comes stick to stick with his number opposite. Biesinger wins it, centering pass. Dill makes the save. Rebound swept to the point. Hoffman tees it up. Big rebound off the post. Still loose off the back side of the net. Marksmen have the puck one more time. Biesinger looks to the front, taken away by Fogarty, and the Rail Yard Dogs are back out to center. This is Sherwood, wants to keep it going. He drops for DeVito, and a chance. DeVito off the outside of the net. The rebound bounces to the near side half wall in the Marksman zone. Oliveri will settle. He finds Hoffman, who will push it up ice. Marksman right back into attacking territory. This is Bednard, punished by Dylan Hill. Bednard just trying to send it down the near boards, and he will. Reaching out after this one and catching it is Reimers. Reimers in the high slot. He fires off of Dill. It's behind him and wide off the near post. What a chance for the Marksmen on a couple of occasions in the last sequence. Rail Yard Dogs bring it into attacking ice. They dump it into the Marksman bench, and that'll give everybody a chance to catch their breath. 1:42 remaining in the first period. What a period it's been. 1-1 between Roanoke and Fayetteville.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Just as a point of comparison for those of you that followed along with last night's contest, Marksmen outshot the Rail Yard Dogs 14-6, 20 shots in the period. Marksmen had 29 through 2 by themselves. These two teams have combined for 28 in the first 18 minutes and a little change. Fireworks aren't over in this period, folks. Marksmen have had chance after chance, and now the Rail Yard Dogs may have one of their own. This is Stubbs, centers, one-timer, Moran says no. His turn to have the star-studded save at the top of the goal crease. Well, there's 29. The Rail Yard Dogs looking for a little more. This is Jansen at the point. He fires through traffic off of Jeff Jones, who collects the rebound. Feeds to the point now. Jansen, high slot, pulls the trigger. Moran punches it out with traffic in the form of Stubbs right in front of the net. Marksman control on the near side boards. Lifted end over end. A two-hopper into the Roanoke zone. This is Simlitska. Centering pass to Jansen, who chipped it up. He nearly hit Jones in the ear hole. Vincenzo Renda will head right back behind Moran. He'll settle the pace of play with 45 seconds to go in the period. Renda, who scored last night, gives to the far side defenseman. That's Cup. Almost turned it over. This is going to turn into a 2-on-1. McNair with Glover driving. McNair forced to shoot it. The rebound clubbed behind the net by Dylan Hill, who's had a strong period here and has been under the skin of Brian Moore. This one's dumped in around Moran. First one in is Wilson as he went crashing for it. Unable to win the foot race. Roanoke has it. 20 to go in the period. Quick shot by Hepner. Spun off of Hoffman and out of play with just 19 seconds to go in this opening frame. Mercy. It's been a long time since the Marksmen have been outshot. In fact, it's been 5 periods since the Marksmen were outshot in any single frame. And they're probably going to get outshot here without a quick breakout in the flurry, but what a period of hockey. Hill will drift into his own zone, feeding to Armstrong. To the far side boards, just dumped into the end wall. Jesse Anderson onto it, tried to center, pass deflected. That is where the horn will bring this period to a close. Shots on goal through the opening frame for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, 18. For the Fayetteville Marksmen, 14. On the scoreboard, these two teams played to a dead even tie, 1-1 through 20 minutes. Coming up during our first period intermission, we'll put this period on reset for you. We'll also allow you to hear Corey Melkert's pregame comments, making up for our technical error earlier. This is Marksman Hockey.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If we're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. Well, we hope you had the opportunity to go grab your intermission popcorn or drink for those of you watching along on Hockey TV and following along on the Marksman Radio Network. 1-1 the score, and the reason we hope you waited until now was that was the first period just fraught with action on both sides. The Rail Yard Dogs actually come away out shooting the Marksmen through 20 minutes of play, 18-14, but it was the Marksmen who got on the board first. In one of the strangest ways you'll see, 5:32 into the first period, Tanner Fraze charging behind the net with Henry Dill out of his cage to play the puck, and he gave it right to Zach Reimers. Fraze squares up in front, and a tap-in for Tanner Fraze that was easier than a one-foot putt in the game of golf. Appropriate to talk about that with the Waste Management Western Open happening right now. But that's a goal for the Marksmen that kind of kickstarts the hockey game. They had a lot of chances throughout the remaining 15 minutes of that frame. Henry Dill with a pair of one-timer stops on his blocker side, difficult saves, and then he was dead to rights. The Marksmen unable to punch it into an empty net. He gets tied up in a screen late in the period, and the Marksmen send it off the outside of the cage. Dill's been scrambling, but he's kept the puck out, and he's done his job, and he's done so tremendously. And I think that's one of those things that the Marksmen are a little frustrated because they're not having the puck luck they did last night. And I don't think it's because they played poorly. I think it's because the puck just hasn't bounced their way. The puck does bounce the way of Mac Jansen, though, and after Dill makes those two back-to-back saves, Jansen scores his 20th of the season, 12:08 into the first period to tie the hockey game. And I think that's a huge goal for Roanoke because you got through the first 20 minutes in a hostile environment, and though you had more shots, I didn't think the Rail Yard Dogs were necessarily the better team. They had flashes, and the Marksmen had some of their own. This has just been a really good hockey game. 32 combined shots, and I think that's big for both of these teams, but especially for Roanoke, as they look to do something they haven't done in February. That's take down the Fayetteville Marksmen. We're going to pause for these messages. Coming back on the other side of this break, we'll take you to our pregame interview with Corey Melkert, and you'll be able to hear his pregame comments on the Marksman Radio Network as well as Hockey TV. Again, we do apologize for the Marksman pregame technical difficulty, but you'll hear that interview here in about 2 minutes. This is Marksman Hockey.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. We welcome you back to Marksman Pregame. Drew Blevins alongside the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. Coach, an impressive 7-2 victory last night. What was the key to making sure everything went right in a real dominating performance?
Yeah, just sticking with what we do successful. What makes us successful is kind of, what kind of makes us go. So I think last night we came out, we didn't really worry about the other team. We stuck together, and obviously the results were there.
I know that's a 7-goal performance and your largest margin of victory over the Rail Yard Dawgs. In your opinion, was that the most dominant performance you'd had over anybody this year?
No, I don't think so. I just, we played a good game, and like I said, we worried about ourselves and kind of just took care of business. I wouldn't say it was, a dominating performance. We played our game, and obviously the results are there, like I said.
You've told me so often that it's not about the individual points, it's about the way guys play the game. You have 14 of 16 skaters last night that registered at least a point. How proud were you of your group for having contributions all around through the lineup?
Yeah, I would have had no idea until you just told me that, so pretty irrelevant to me.
This is a Roanoke team that you will not see again until March 17th. Has there been any thought of wanting to send a message and a chance to be within one game of finishing off the season series versus your rival?
No, to be honest, like I said yesterday, I think, they're a good team when they do stuff that makes them successful. And like I said, I don't know whether or not they're being coached to run around like donkeys or what. But, last night, again, they were chasing around our best players, slashing them in the back of the legs. There was an incident where a player literally jumped at one of our players and hit him in the head with an elbow. So, in saying that, I think they're a good team when they play their game. Unfortunately, when they run around like they're doing it, they're worried about the wrong things. So, but in saying that, I'm not worried about them. I'm just worried about us sticking together and doing what makes us successful.
Well, and you talk about being worried about the guys in your dressing room. You told me yesterday you were worried about coaching the 18 guys that were in your dressing room. Is there any type of game plan to be able to respond to a team that's running around and wanting to play on the edge, or is the best medicine for that just being able to score 7 goals and win by 5?
I mean, to me, the best medicine is just winning the hockey game. I don't think we're really... we're not built to have a circus. It's just not the way the game's played anymore. And to be honest, while one of their players was chasing around one of our best players, we were able to score a goal. So, to me, it's just, like I said, sticking with our game plan, sticking with, what we know, and then, obviously sticking together. I think that's what kind of makes us successful against these guys. And like I said, if we're able to do that, we'll be successful again.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck tonight versus Roanoke.
Thank you.
He's the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll be right back after these messages with more Marksman pregame. This is Marksman Hockey.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. We welcome you back inside the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins alongside you. Hope you enjoyed those pregame comments from Corey Melkert. I think very telling about the way he approaches this rivalry matchup. And, you know, these games have typically been good. Roanoke got the better of Fayetteville here on December 3rd in a runaway game where the Marksmen were kind of pigeonholed into playing very, very few of their day-in, day-out starters. And then last night, the 7-2 drubbing of the Rail Yard Dogs at the hand of the Marksmen. Other than that, these have been 1- and 2-goal hockey games, highly competitive and a lot of fun. But hopefully we see a continuation of what we saw in the first period. Just really fun hockey, high-octane offense, a lot of scoring, makes the game a lot more fun, especially for the fans here in Fayetteville who seem to be having a fantastic time in a tight contest. We'll take you around the SPHL. If you're looking for any other action, you're going to have to wait at least another hour as, once again, the Marksmen and the Rail Yard Dogs are the only team playing in the Eastern Time Zone tonight. So next puck drop will be at 8 p.m. Birmingham and Evansville. The Bulls scored a massive overtime win over Evansville last night. And even though it's only a 1-point differential, they're starting to track down this Evansville group, and it's going to be a fun final 20 games for both of these two squads. Evansville's first game where they've gone to overtime and lost this season, and now everybody in the league has at least one loss in overtime or the shootout. Also at 8 o'clock, Huntsville hosting Peoria on Rugrats night at the Von Braun Center, and that's a game to keep a real close eye on. Peoria still charging, and everybody here in Fayetteville, I think, is a little bit of a Huntsville fan, as if Peoria loses and the Marksmen pull away with this one, Fayetteville's going to be within striking distance of the Rivermen next weekend with critical matchups against Macon and Knoxville. Speaking of the Ice Bears, they're in Pensacola tonight, trying to right the ship and get back to their winning ways. And the nightcap this evening at 8:10 p.m., David Branchik, Joe Silva, and the Quad City Storm look to make it a weekend sweep over the Vermilion County Bobcats, playing the back half of the home and home. League-wide off day tomorrow. Next time two teams will play will be February 17th. That's Thursday. Knoxville against Macon, before the Marksmen will play both of those two teams. So keying on to that one should give you a pretty good prediction of how the weekend's going to go. Folks, it was a really fun opening frame. Let's see if we can continue that fun here on Disney Night in the second period. Puck drop is next.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins alongside you as we set and prepare for period number 2 between the Fayetteville Marksmen and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. Dead even 1-1 through 20 minutes of play. Marksmen will go from left to right across your radio dial here in the middle frame of play. No carryover penalties and or power plays after a first period that had a couple of altercations. And I'd keep an eye on that as well, as I think the tone shifts when you're in a tight hockey game and trying to win it as compared to when the result is seemingly already in hand. Final few seconds will tick off the clock here. As it will be the McCloy line to start things off for the Marksmen. Away we go as the puck is dropped. Roanoke pushing forward, losing the puck in neutral ice. Chance for Reimers as this puck skitters off of his forehand. Brought up ice as Anderson backhands to the near boards. Intercepted, and here comes Reimers. Reimers with McCloy. Fumbled the puck at the blue line. Everybody has to touch up. As the Rail Yard Dawgs will drift back behind Henry Dill, who I think may have been the MVP of that period. And I know that the Rail Yard Dawgs outshot the Marksmen 18-14. But my goodness, Henry Dill had 6 or 7 stupendous saves and really was the guy who kept this game tied, especially down the stretch. Brent Moran in his own right, really good for the Marksmen, stopping 17 of 18 and just reliable. Dumped into the near side boards. This is Hill hanging on to the puck. Rail Yard Dog end, and He'll be the one to saunter ahead, finding C.J. Stubbs, who will dump it in below the goal line. Cup comes flying in to grab possession. Armstrong on the near side half wall will dump it below the goal line. The Marksmen will get to it. Fayetteville looking for a little bit of a jump here. Pass across the rink as Bednard peels around Armstrong using that long reach to disrupt. Forces a turnover to O'Day in the far side corner of the Roanoke end. O'Day sends it off the glass. He's around Cup and a chance. O'Day cuts to the middle. He shoots. He scores. Matt O'Day goes from one end of the rink to the other, and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs are in front for the first time in 3 games. That'll be an unassisted marker unless Armstrong got a piece of that puck. But a big goal for the Rail Yard Dogs. Just 1:49 into the second period. Matt O'Day is going to have his 13th goal of the season. And he's a guy who I think has really settled in behind Stubbs, Jones, and Jansen and is quietly having a rather nice season. Here's a shot through traffic by the Dogs. Spun to the far side boards. Centering pass over the crossbar as Moran gets a piece of it. DeVito goes after the puck in the far side corner. Takes a couple of shots in the back of McNair. This is Drake Glover for the Marksmen. Backhands to FX Girard, who will skate it to the safety of center. Curls a backhand pass toward Oliveri. He gets the better of O'Day. Here's a shot. They score! Don Oliveri turns the tables. A body check, a turnover, and a goal. Fayetteville gets it right back less than a minute later, and Don Oliveri made the hit. He forces the turnover, and he beats Dill. It looked like that shot took an awkward bounce right before it got to Henry Dill, and the Marksmen even things up. Just 2:30 into the period. Now a chance down the near wing. And the Marksmen get to it from their own zone. Dump down the far boards. Dylan Hill into the corner. Run into Armstrong. Nearly coughed it up. This is a puck on edge. And having to backtrack is Wilson. Hepner will dump it in and charge after. Lays below the goal line. Zanderson loses possession of the puck here. Vela pins his man on the far side half wall. His bodies converge there. Stepping to is Zimlitzka. He fires, but the shot was affected by McCloy. Behind the net is Anderson. Puck is scooped up by Jarrett Cupp. He'll backhand to Reimers, and the Marksmen are out across the red line. Reimers into attacking ice. Leaves it for Harrison Harper, who's got a lane, pulls the trigger, in and out of the glove of Dill. The rebound, Henry Dill catches, and he'll hold with 16:32 to go in the second period. Quick start to this second period for both teams. And the face-off will be to the glove hand side, or the blocker side of Henry Dill. Still set up there. Face-off won initially by Roanoke. A takedown at the far boards. Marksman had the puck, but that's punched wide of Jarrett Cupp. As frustrated was Biesinger, who looked like he got tripped, but we'll keep going. From behind the net, Cupp feeds it to the far wing. Hoffman will work it up there as he tried to find more. Sticks converge, and that puck is out of play. 16:10 to go in this second period. 2-2 is the score. Goal scorers in the second period, Matt O'Day and Don Oliveri. O'Day, trained as a forward, drops back to the blue line. So a defenseman tonight. And Don Oliveri, always a defenseman. Roanoke tried to get Jeff Jones in on a change after the whistle, supposed to close the bench doors. He's thrown from the circle, and the Marksmen will win the draw at center. Reynaud tried to give it up to FX Girard. This pass bounces into the Roanoke attacking zone, and the rail yard Dogs will take it away at center. And they're right back on the attack. Cross-ice pass goes off the shin pads of a couple of Marksmen, as this will be just punched back by Glover, who found Renda all the way across the ice, dumped in as Dylan Hill drops his man. Brant Sherwood for Roanoke, the first one back. He'll backhand to Travis Armstrong. Sherwood rather animated in the Roanoke locker room after yesterday's loss, specifically at Mac Jansen. He was frustrated and didn't think Jansen hustled back on Jarrett Cupp's breakaway goal. And that's strange. Sherwood normally fairly composed. Here's Reynaud driving, unable to get around O'Day, and Henry Dill wants to pause play. He will by covering the puck here with 15:16 to go in this second period. Face-off will be right back at that far circle in the Marksman attacking zone. 15:16 to go in the second period. Marksmen are going to play 6 games in the next 2 weeks after this one, and a much-needed rest Sunday. But the Marksmen would love to rest with another win, and they're going to get a chance to take the lead here on the power play on that takedown in the far side corner. Tripping is going to be the call against the rail yard Dogs. And the guilty party is Wojciech Zimlicka. So an early second period power play for the Marksmen. This penalty comes 4:53 into the second period. The Marksmen go on to the St. Peter Pest Control power play. St. Peter Pest Control provides year-round pest control solutions. Send all your bugs to see St. Peter. But a good start to the Roanoke kill as they'll backhand it down the far boards all the way to Brent Moran. And the Marksmen will set things up and work back into center. Bednard will drop for Biesinger. He'll find Brian Moore. Moore around his man, works to the far side hash mark, feeds into the middle. Bednard wanted to shoot, shovels over, here's a chance. Dill with a glove out and ready, makes the save on Biesinger, lurking in the near side face-off circle. Now Moore around his man, took a stick in the shins, and Roanoke is back out through center. Hepner driving here, off-angle shot, punched out by Moran. This could spring a 3-on-2. It could spring a 2-on-1. Bednard gives to Moore. He toe drags, looking for a lane. He fumbled with the puck as laying out was Picorni. Now a chance from the slot, punched out by Dill. Rebound loose. They score! A little dribbler in the slot. And the Marksmen take the lead on the power play. And a shot given by Armstrong after the goal. Moore's going to force Armstrong to answer for that. Oh, that was belligerent by Travis Armstrong, who whacked at the shins of the goal scorer Biesinger. Armstrong wants more. Well, Travis Armstrong has been visibly frustrated, and he's struggled here in the second half of this season. Both of these players will be escorted to the penalty box after the Biesinger power play goal. Keep an eye on this. Brian Moore has words between the penalty box glass for the Roanoke captain. Tommy Biesinger, a power play goal, his second in as many games. And a 3-2 lead for the Fayetteville Marksmen here at home with 14:06 to go in this second period. And we'll see if there are any extraneous penalties given out here. I don't know if Sean Hoppe saw the chop at the shin pads of Tommy Biesinger. This has been the scrappiest we've seen these two teams play. There is an extra rail yard dog going to the penalty box. There is not an extra marksman. Chris Vela is going to head to the Roanoke box, and that would signal to me that Armstrong's going to get an extra 2, and he will. That's for the slash. .14:06 to go in this second period. 3-2, the Fayetteville Marksmen have the lead. And now an extra marksman to the box. So this may be all for naught in the end after all. Alex Reynaud will have a seat next to Brian Moore. Moore's already shared words with Dylan Hill coming out of the penalty box after matching minors. No team will come away with a man advantage here, as we'll skate 4-on-4. But Sean Hoppy is not quite ready to continue play. And it looked like the kerfuffle was about the penalty to Zimlitska had not been cleared off the score rings. It is now. We'll go 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Armstrong and Brian Moore will have a seat on offsetting roughing minors. A chance for the marksman, centering pass off the backhand of the driving forward. That was McCloy. Turned over at the marksman attacking blue line. Picorni will dump it in around Hoffman, and he'll go to Chase in the near corner. This puck peeled away by the marksman. They send it out to the far side wing, as here they go. Centering pass, score! Oh, baby! What a play! What a finish! 4-2! Won't get better than that right there. Over the goaltender, under the bar, and Henry Dill's night is done. Corey Melkert said that the best medicine when you've got an opponent that's just running around, find a way to win the game. And the Marksmen are up a pair. Largest lead of this contest, 13:33 to go in the second period. Austin Rodebush is into the game for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. And a frustrated Henry Dill will have a seat as Moran covers the puck on the near side goal post. 13:21 to go in the second period here in Fayetteville. And the Marksmen have a 4-2 lead.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
The Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs had a lead in this hockey game for less than a minute, and the Marksmen have scored 3 unanswered. This is the third straight game that Fayetteville has chased the Roanoke starter. And it came rather shockingly. I didn't think Henry Dill was playing poorly. He gives up goals on back-to-back shots, but 4-on-20, that's a head-scratcher for me. And Dan Bremner is known for being a mad scientist. That one, I think, shows how flustered he is. And he's going to get his starter out before this becomes a 3-goal deficit. Roanoke has not struggled all year between the pipes, and in the last 3 games against the Fayetteville Marksmen, they've had to pull their starter. Matt O'Day down the near side wing, he looks for a lane. He's going to wrap around and try to feed the point. We are still 4-on-4 for the next 45 seconds after Armstrong and Moore came together, and now Dylan Hill with a couple of shenanigans in front of the Marksman bench. Last goal scored by Zach Hoffman, the defenseman, charging with an assist from Reimers. And for Hoffman, it'll be his first professional goal. Congratulations to the product of Canada's youth sports at St. Mary's. Been a lot of fun to watch him play as well. And Corey Melkert had talked about his defensive ability yesterday. How do you like it when the big fella jumps in on the rush? That goal even earned an Old Baby. Marksmen have filled the Roanoke net with 11 goals. They are outscoring the Rail Yard Dogs 11-4 on the weekend. Congratulations to Hoffman on his first pro goal, and this comes on the back of a lot of firsts. Here's a centering pass. Moran keeps it out on a one-timer. And now an arm is up. Roanoke is going to go a man down. This is a hooking call. Roanoke had touched the puck. Let's see who the guilty party is. This is going to be a 4-on-3 power play for 16 seconds, too. It's Jesse Anderson who's the guilty party in a crowded Roanoke penalty box here. 12:21 to go, second period. Hooking the call on Anderson, Roanoke has now given the Marksmen 3 straight man advantage opportunities on the St. Peter Pest Control power play, and the Marksmen executed on one. This penalty comes 7:39 into the second period. And if the Marksmen score here, feels like this would let all the air out of the Roanoke sails. I mean, there's still a point here for the Rail Yard Dogs, and certainly still chasing something before this game is out of hand. But it's a fragile hope right now as Roanoke has been blitzed in the early portion of this second. Out of the box comes Vela and Reynaud. That will leave Moore and Armstrong to sit. Fed up to the top of the near circle. That's McNair calling for it again, and he'll receive from Biesinger. McNair swings to Oliveri, fakes the slapper and finds Biesinger, who has a goal. He sets up Oliveri, one-timer into the chest of Rodebush. He'll hang on. Speaking with the play-by-play voice of the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, Mitch Stewart, and he said if things went over anywhere remotely similar to last night, you were going to see Roanoke make a lot of moves. Fringing on that territory, and Dan Bremner pacing up and down, he is beside himself. And it's rare for Roanoke to let games get away from them, and not that this one has yet, verging that way though. Here could be a chance. O'Day gets around his man. It's O'Day. He fires. He scores. Matt O'Day, shorthanded with his second of the evening, will bring the Rail Yard Dogs back within one. You can attribute that one to the broadcast booth. As right now, it feels more like we're in a heavyweight boxing match with both teams scoring quality goals. Rail Yard Dogs wanted to change, and once again it comes after Sean Hoppy's whistle. So they'll reset with Nenadal ready to take the draw. O'Day standing at the top of the circle. And Dan Bremner wanted to keep the momentum rolling. He's unable to with a line change. You'll have to do it in the course of play. Reimers will turn it back for Cup, who pushes up ice. Now a chance down the far wing. Rodebush says no. Rebound loose in front. Cleared to the far side boards. The Marksman will find it at center ice. Backhanded pass, and calling back for it, here's Glover. Glover tried to center. The puck rolled off his forehand awkwardly, and Picorni sends it down the near boards. Short-handed marker for Matt O'Day comes 8:34 into the second period, his second of the night and 14th of the season. The Marksmen have 25 seconds remaining on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Up the near wing, this is Reimers. Pitches it forward. Rodebush will shoot it in the near corner. Reimers backhands up the near side boards. Line held by Cup on the first effort. Now McCloy dropped it back right into the clutches of his teammate Glover, who got overtaken, but Moran's going to play it out to the near side boards. Crafty play. McCloy's pass intercepted by Dylan Hill. Gains the red line, shoots it behind the net. Moran will prop it up on a tee. So the Marksmen will look to break it out on the near side half wall. Roanoke back to even strength here. And a critical kill for the Rail Yard Dogs, down just one now. Behind the net, turning is Hoffman. Clearing pass, shot right into the body of DeVito. And now the Rail Yard Dogs force a turnover in the near side boards. Jeff Jones on his man. The Marksmen do push up ice. This is FX Girard. Backhands into space as Glover will just dump it in. New line coming on for the Marksmen. Headman look for DeVito. Watched closely by Jarrett Cupp as DeVito lost an edge. Feeds to the far side half wall. Sherwood chopping after it. Forces a turnover. He's got a lane. He fires. The puck is bouncing as it looked more like a pass than anything. Now Zemlitska tees it up off Sherwood and wide. The far side boards. Roanoke will stick handle to their attacking blue line. They'll just dump it in. Behind the net is Jeff Jones. Dangerous from there. He centers. Moran got a piece of it with a paddle. He'll melt the puck. 9:15 to go in the second period. Both teams throwing haymakers. 4-3 the score with the Marksmen in front.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
What a game. What a rivalry. It's the Marksmen and the Rail Yard Dogs duking it out. The Rail Yard Dogs have beaten the Marksmen in every game. They've scored 3 or more. That streak on the line tonight, as that has been the magic number for Roanoke. And the funny thing is, it's not just exclusive to this rivalry. If they do not score 3, the Rail Yard Dogs are 0-10-4 this season. They've hit the magic number, but the Marksmen have the lead 4-3. 8:45 to go in the second period as the Rail Yard Dogs will break it out up the far side boards. This is Jesse Anderson driving. He centers off a Marksman skate, and Fayetteville is to it. Up the near side wing comes Bednard, feeds it into the middle as he was looking for Reynaud, as Armstrong and Moore serve the remainder of their misconduct penalties. This one's cleared the length of the rink. Jansen is ahead. That forces Moran to shoot it off the end wall to Harrison Harper. Harper will punch it up ice for Alex Reynaud, using his big frame to push it out to center. O'Day caught the puck up initially, and now Jansen will dump it in. Jansen and O'Day, the only 2 goal scorers for the Rail Yard Dogs. The Marksmen have spread their points out again tonight. Fed to the far side wing. Reynaud tried to touch around Dylan Hill. He does. To Bednard on his backhand, and we've got a whistle from Sean Hoppy. That's a hand pass, and there may be an extraneous penalty given here. As Sean Hoppy, he may have just thrown someone out. Dylan Hill went to the penalty box. Sean Hoppy was gesturing like he had tossed somebody. And it looked like it was somebody for the Marksmen, but I'm not sure what's going on here, as the Marksman penalty box door nor the door that leads down the tunnel's been opened. Don Oliveri with a head roll here. He's coming back to Corey Melkert, who's cocked his head to the side in disappointment. And we're going to have a long conversation here. Oliveri is back to talk with Sean Hoppe. And let's see if we can make sense of this. Shuffling along the Marksman bench, that looks like Tommy Biesinger, and he's going down the tunnel. Corey Melkert right at the front of his bench. It looks like Biesinger has been ejected. Sean Hoppe has not refereed a Marksman game this season until last night. Melkert visibly frustrated, and now the Marksmen look to have someone serve the minor portion of what has been an ejection for Tommy Biesinger. .7:57 to go in this second period. And Tommy Biesinger, for now, looks to have been ejected. Sean Hoppe was quick on that whistle, blew it, called the hand pass, and Biesinger must have said one of those magic words. And of course, without clarification from the off-ice officials via the online scoring system, this could just be a misconduct penalty, and because there's under 10 minutes to go in the period, Biesinger doesn't have to go to the box. But the Marksmen do have to have somebody in to serve this. This is a 5-minute major that's been assessed, and Reimers is the one serving it. So a 5-minute major penalty is going to put the rail yard Dogs up for nearly the remainder of this period. 7:45 to go in it. And I am rather curious about what this penalty is going to be. See if we can tune in here. It's been a spearing. It's a spearing major against Biesinger. He's tossed, and the Fayetteville Marksmen will find themselves without one of their top-line forwards for the remainder of this game. I thought he said something. Biesinger for spearing, gone. Reimers is the one in the box serving the penalty. So that will clear up that. And I was looking at the hand pass call, and apparently a quick look away for a second, I missed the spear. Here's a chance in front. Moran seals himself to the near side goalpost. He keeps this one out. Now O'Day sends it to the bottom of the near circle. Jones gives to DeVito. He fires off a body. Marksmen are to it. Headman look. Bednard's on his horse, and he's around O'Day. Chases to the far side corner. He's got the puck. Puts it back to the red line, where Oliveri will handle a bouncing puck and send it back to his attacking blue line, where Jordan Fogarty has it. Fogarty had his pass tipped, and Mac Jansen just going to club it back. Rail Yard Dogs will stand in back of Austin Rodebush, who was brought in relief of Henry Dill. 6:27 into this second period. Dumped in by the Dogs as Brant Sherwood has it in the far side corner. He stood up there. Pass to the point, Zimlitska feeds to the far corner. Roanoke stick handling with it. A bouncing puck at the far blue line. Zimlitska will dump it down the far wing as Hepner gets crunched. Finds a friendly face below the goal line. A backhander by Nenadal is off the outside of the cage. Fogarty crashing, and he's been a welcome addition. The Princeton product doing yeoman's work on this power play. Doesn't get help from the heady veteran Zimlitska, who gave a soft pass that was cleared out by the Marksman. 2:40 remaining in the spearing major to Biesinger. So this puck will be skated ahead and touched up ice. Driving here is Sherwood. He's taken down from behind as Zemlitska will dump it below the goal line toward Jones. Top power play unit out for the rail yard Dogs. Stubbs calling for it. Zemlitska goes to the far corner instead for Jones. He'll hold there. Jeff Jones centers for Jansen. A rolling puck. He's got it. Fires, and Moran catches. 5:07 to go in this second period. 4-3, the Marksmen hold the lead, looking to kill off the remaining 2:10 of a Spearing major to Biesinger. And again, for clarification, I didn't see the spear, and I think Corey Melkert was arguing whether or not anything actually happened in that far side corner. Sean Hoppe thought he saw it and never put his arm up to call that penalty. Just automatically went for the finger and threw out Biesinger. To the far side hash marks. Marksman trying to clear this puck out. As the rail yard Dogs will hold to the near side half wall. In the near corner now, Jones's pass is deflected, and this is going to bounce all the way out to center. And that is a win in a battle that may help the win in the war. Here comes O'Day, who's had the hot hand this evening for Roanoke. He finds Fogarty, sweeps to DeVito. His shot off the outside of the net. He's got his own rebound, though. DeVito trying to drive here, has to give up to the point. Now Fogarty tees up for a one-timer, blocked by bodies on the way through. Hard shoulder by Fogarty, knocked the puck free, but right to Taylor McCloy. Out she goes with a minute remaining on the major and 4 minutes to go in this second period. The rail yard Dogs may look for a quick shot here to try to draw a whistle. That would take us to immediate timeout, and that could preserve some time for the top power play unit to get out there. They're going to lay it into the near corner. Sherwood is there. Dropped it behind the net, and the Marksmen steer it the length of the rink. Austin Rodebush is out of his net. He'll leave it on a tee. Marksmen trying to get some new penalty killers out there. Here's a chance. This could be a 2-on-1. FX Girard leaves for Oliveri. Oliveri holds. He scores! The return of Donnie Handles. He dekes on Rodebush and used him as a backboard. 5-3 on the shorthanded marker for Don Oliveri. Oh, what a cheeky play. Everybody in the building was keyed in on FX Girard and the backdoor pass. Don Oliveri kept it himself, and what a play it was. 25 seconds to go in the major to Biesinger. And Don Oliveri is going to have his second of the evening as Hepner brings it down the near side boards. Drops behind the net. Cleared out by the Marksman. That's going to do it. Reimers standing in the box as Rodebush clears to the far side boards. Girard will have an assist on the goal as Zemlitska sends to the far side half wall. What a second period this has been as the offenses have awoken. 2:45 to go in the second. A grind for the puck behind Brent Moran. One free by the Marksmen, and here they go. Backhanded ahead of the red line and a hard hit. Marksman bench wanted a penalty. They won't get one as the elbow looked like it may have ridden high. O'Day will stand behind Austin Rodebush. Passes to the near wing. This is Zemlitska. Drops for Matt O'Day, who charges ahead of the red line. Misfires on a stick handling play. McCloy takes the puck. He'll dump it in on Rodebush, who's going to hold for a whistle. 2:13 to go in the second period. Don Oliveri's shorthanded marker gives the Marksmen a 5-3 lead.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
2:13 to go in the second period. The Fayetteville Marksmen leading the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs 5-3. Rail Yard Dawgs are outshooting the Marksmen against all odds, seemingly. That's by a count of 30-23. Austin Rodebush has come in relief of Henry Dill. Dill gave up 4 goals on 20 shots. Rodebush has given up 1 on 4. Face-off will be to the aforementioned Austin Rodebush's blocker side. Won by the Marksmen, who battle for the puck. They find it. Turned over on a slapper that was partially blocked on the way through. Roanoke will punch it down the near side boards as Mac Jansen will charge into the near corner, looking for the puck. It eludes his stick. Picorni holds the line with a slapper off of Reimers. It skitters to the far side blue line. Hill unable to hold the line. A backhanded pass to Reimers. He's going to send ahead to Bednard, who tried to center to Reimers. It goes off the skate of the last defenseman back, as that was nearly another 2-on-1 given up by the Rail Yard Dawgs. They'll dump this one in. Is going to chase is C.J. Stubbs. He's in the far corner of his attacking zone. Passes to the far side, point Zimlitska. Steps along the blue line looking for a lane. He's hog-tied on a great defensive play by Bednard. That disrupts him. This puck taken by Stubbs, flung toward the net. He was met stick-to-stick by Cup as this is over the crossbar, landing on the kick plate right at the Zamboni doors. Fed up to the near side point for O'Day. He'll give a cross for Zimlitska to fire through traffic off of bodies and wide behind the net. Puck is lodged in the trapezoid as Jeff Jones goes to work against Jarrett Cup. Cup wins it, but turns it over in the breakout pass. Jansen turns one toward the cage. This one goes off of Zach Hoffman's skate. Rail Yard Dawgs to the rebound at the near side hash marks. A rolling puck is on edge along the near kick plate. Digging after it is Jarrett Cup. Still get a little bit of help. Wins it to Zach Hoffman, who will work the far side board. Zimlitska drops Renda. Here's a long shot that is punched out by Moran. The Marksmen get to this one cleanly as Reimers sends it ahead, and Glover will dump it in. Bednard getting interlocked with Fogarty, and this is going to be a penalty here. And I think it's going against the Marksmen as Brian Moore and Travis Armstrong are released. Brant Sherwood is visibly frustrated here with Sean Hoppe. And he said a lot in a little bit of time. 31 seconds to go in this second period. Moore coming out of the box, and now Don Oliveri is going to have his turn with Sean Hoppe. Travis Armstrong, palm skyward. Was there a call made here? Nobody's gone to the box. There was an arm up. I thought it was for Bednard charging in and hitting Fogarty after Zimlitska had hit him the far blue line. I'm mistaken. This is going to be a penalty against Roanoke, and it might be a too many men on the ice call. It is. Vela will serve it. So the Marksmen are going to get a late second period power play, 19:29 into this middle frame. And once again, a power play chance for the Marksmen. If they convert, could send them up 6-3. Face-off one to the point as Oliveri settles. His shot is blocked on the way through on a superb play by Nenadal as he'll feed it to the far side boards. This is Hepner. Gets tied up with Oliveri as those two wrestle each other. Oliveri bear-hugged as the Marksmen get it out down the far side boards. 10 seconds to go in the period. Centering pass, Gerard punches it toward the cage. Kicked out by Rodebush. On the end wall, Armstrong leaning on his man as the horn will send this period to a close. It was just as entertaining as the first was and more. 5-3, the Fayetteville Marksmen have the lead through 40 minutes of play as a visibly frustrated Roanoke group will head off to the locker room. 40 minutes in the books. Fayetteville Marksmen are up a pair. We'll put this period on reset for you right after this.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If we're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Baby, we have spiders on every corner outside our house.
Okay, I'll call someone to take care of it.
Baby, we have fire ants all over the yard.
Alrighty, I'll call someone else to take care of that.
Baby, these mosquitoes, you have got to go.
Here we go again.
One call to St. Peter Pest Control provides all these services. Total pest protection for one low monthly payment. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Hi, folks. Wow. What a second period that was. We're going to do our best to put that on reset for you. And it's much more than just going down my score sheet. I do actually keep score along as the game happens. And I've got various and sundry notes on this. I'm going to try to tell you every single nuance of this period because I think in a microcosm, this is a frustrating period for one side where they had chances. And for the Fayetteville Marksmen, this is one that you're going, yep, we just did that, and now it is a take care of business third period, very similar to what last night was, except the deficit for Roanoke is not nearly as great. And if you're watching along and pulling for the rail yard Dogs, the thing you've got to understand is there's still chances there for Roanoke. And it's not like this game has just been blown out of proportions. I think the Marksmen took advantage as being the better executing team. I don't think by any stretch of the means they were the better hockey team through the entirety of that period. And most notably, it's the rail yard Dogs who get on the board first, 1 minute and 49 seconds into the second period, as Matt O'Day takes the puck in his own zone at the far side corner, works right down the far side boards, blows by everybody, cuts to center, shoots and scores. and one of the best individual efforts that you're going to see all season long. Brant Sherwood has been given an assist on that goal, and I don't know where it was because that's how unnoticeable the assist was. That was all Matt O'Day. But just a handful of seconds later, Don Oliveri gets a puck at the top of the far side face-off circle. He crushed O'Day, forced the turnover, picked up the puck himself, says, I got it. He beats Henry Dill. That ties the game at 2. Then 5:54 into the second period, Tommy Biesinger, driving the net once again, is rewarded. He scores to make it 3-2 on the power play from Brian Moore and Don Oliveri. And then the very next shot, 6:27 into the second period, it's Zach Hoffman with his first professional goal, driving the net on a Zach Reimers feed. He lifts it over Henry Dill, and that's the night for the American goaltender. Dill pulled, giving up 4 goals on 20 shots. And here's what I didn't get, and I was looking over and exchanging hand signals and mouthing words over at Mitch Stewart, the play-by-play voice of the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, and we were both musing, was that the right call at that moment? Only a 2-goal hockey game, and you worry when you pull a goaltender too soon what the effect is on that goaltender's psyche. Different for everybody. Henry Dill plays net with pride, and he is a steward of his craft, and he's a talented netminder, and you've seen how good he can be when he's on. He started both games in the middle of January when the Marksmen just couldn't put the puck in the back of the net on him. And you know that is his best. And he didn't have a lot of help. A pair of odd man rushes put the puck in for the Marksmen, and it's one that is still a little bit of a mystery to me, and I'm sure that will be discussed internally for this Rail Yard Dog group at the end of this one, regardless of result. Was that the right call? Matt O'Day gets another one back. Instead of going down the far side boards, he works down the near side wing, beats Moran cleanly on the short side. That makes it 4-3. We stayed there for a while, largely because the Marksmen were down a man for 5 minutes as Tommy Biesinger was given a 5-minute major and an ejection for spearing after the whistle in the far side corner of his attacking zone. It took a while for that to go through as there was a lot of argument from Corey Melkert, the head coach, from Don Oliveri as the alternate captain. But nonetheless, the major served by Zach Reimers does not produce a goal for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. And you don't score a major power play, it's a bitter pill to swallow, and the Marksmen made it sting a little bit extra with Don Oliveri driving in the last minute of that power play. He scores a shorthanded goal with an assist from FX Girard, 16:32 into the second period. Oliveri's second of the night, his 3rd point overall, and what an unbelievable play it was as he used the back of Austin Rodebush's skate to put it in. 5-3 the score at the end of the 3rd period, and the Fayetteville Marksmen will have 1 minute and 29 seconds of power play time to start the 3rd period coming up here in about 12 minutes. Hope that was as succinct as we could give you of a summary of a wild second period here on Disney Night. Coming up after this break, we'll endeavor to answer some of your questions up here in the broadcast booth during our Ask the Voice segment. This is Marksman Hockey.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
At Carolina's Dentists and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Rayford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolina's Dentist difference.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a turtle sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
We welcome you back inside the Crown Coliseum in Fayetteville, North Carolina. 5-3 the score. The Fayetteville Marksmen leading the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Only one question to answer in this edition of Ask the Voice, and it comes from Scott, who is listening in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Scott wants to know, why is this such a big rivalry, and have you found that there are a lot of minor league sports rivalries in the SPHL? Plain and simply, the answer is yes. There are rivalries, and this has been one that has occurred really since the inception of Roanoke and Fayetteville as hockey cities, dating back to the previous franchises that had competed against each other, and it goes a long, long way back. And plainly and simply, this is a college sports market. The Fayetteville Marksmen are in the Sandhills of North Carolina, right in the backyard of NC State, Duke, the Light Blue School, Wake Forest, and East Carolina. And fans love those rivalries. And fans love the rivalries here. And why is this such a big one? Because you're 3 hours apart from each other. And plainly and simply, these two teams don't like each other. And what's added to it is when Dan Bremner took over in Roanoke, he was such a hard-nosed player that he added fuel and fire to his group, and he's been a hard-nosed coach. And Corey Melkert is the first coach for the Fayetteville Marksmen that Bremner played against and actually fought against Corey Melkert. And Melkert has been upfront and honest. He goes, this is a team that takes on the personality of their coach, and it seems like they're coached to play the way they do. And if that be the case, so be it. But, yeah, this is a league that has premium entertainment partially because of its rivalries. And Fayetteville Roanoke is good. Fayetteville Macon is good. If you go out west, you've got Peoria and everybody, as the Rivermen have been kind of the paragon of the western part of the SPHL. And then, of course, the battle for the Yellowhammer State between Huntsville and Birmingham is still a huge deal. And those two don't get to play perhaps nearly as often as they should, but that's a big deal as well. And it's a lot of fun when these teams get together and play rivalry games because you get this kind of hockey. I mean, we've seen 8 goals tonight. We've seen penalties. We've seen fisticuffs. We've seen ejections. We've seen a little bit of everything tonight, and that's part of the reason that this product is fantastic. It's great developmental hockey that also manifests itself in one of the most entertaining brands. And if you haven't seen it in person, just have a look at the crowd as the camera pans around here this evening. The lower bowl is practically full once again, and that is a fantastic outing here for the Fayetteville Marksmen. The crowd has shown out. They've been loud, and they've been entertained, and it's been a ton of fun, and we hope to see you at a Marksman home game soon. So thank you to Scott for that question. And, yeah, rivalries are great, and they happen everywhere, especially in the SPHL. That'll take us to one more break here during our second period intermission report. Right after these messages, we'll give you a quick update of what's going on around the SPHL with the rest of the league about to drop the puck on their evening. This is Marksman Hockey.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If we're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Last time we'll bring you into the broadcast booth before the conclusion of this one. Let's go for a quick spin around the SPHL. Nobody has started action for the rest of the game, for the rest of the games here tonight. Birmingham and Evansville will drop the puck in 5 minutes. Huntsville and Peoria the same. Pensacola and Knoxville will go in about 15. Quad City hosting Vermilion County will go in about 15 minutes as well. Folks, this is going to be a fun finish to this one. Excited to bring it to you right after this.
At Carolina's Dentists and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Brayford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolina's Dentist difference.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
20 minutes remaining in regulation of this one. The Fayetteville Marksmen And the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs treating fans here in Fayetteville to another spectacular contest. Marksmen have the lead. 5-3 with 20 minutes to go. Just a few more seconds left to tick off the clock here. As the Rail Yard Dogs make their way onto the ice, they will send Chris Vella back to the penalty box to serve the remaining minute and 29 seconds of this 2-minute men on the ice penalty. Marksmen will go from right to left in this final period. And the clock never started. We're going to keep going, so this is going to be a 20-minute and 5-second period as Don Oliveri caught it immediately. We'll see if the scores will tick off an extra couple of seconds as the Marksmen are into the attacking zone to set things up. Brian Moore, top of the near circle. He centers off his skate and wide. In the far side corner boards, Jesse Anderson had the puck. He'll drop it back for O'Day. This has cleared the length of the rink. This is sent up to the blue line. And O'Day is able to push it up ice. Turning with it at the near side boards, this is Brian Moore driving. Moore looking for a lane. He shoots. It was affected by Zemlitska. And the Marksmen will get back to it. The near side point, Reimers. Sets it up for Oliveri. He fires. Moore touches with a high stick. That'll give us a whistle. 19:07 to go in this third period. Because Moore was the one to play it with a high stick. That face-off will come back out to neutral ice in front of the Roanoke bench. And really the first step for the Rail Yard Dogs here is they've got to find a way to kill off the remainder of this penalty. You do that, you're going to set yourself up in a real nice position to go on a charge in the remaining bit of the first 5 minutes of this period, which seems so critical. As we told you, it bears worth mentioning again, the Rail Yard Dogs have not won a game this season when they enter the third period trailing. It's not been a team that's had a strong comeback effort, and if you'll recall back to the game December 23rd, overtime win for the Rail Yard Dogs over the Marksmen. They were down 3-1 in that third period, but the period began in a 1-1 tie. That's a hard hit in the near side corner as Armstrong has his man tied up. Vella is out of the box as the puck is frozen in the near side corner. Armstrong comes away with it, feeds it to the far side boards. This is sent into the middle of the rink, moved off the near side glass. As puck is up on edge at the near red line, Marksmen come away with it as Hoffman feeds it to Jarrett Cupp. Cupp will dump it in. Rodebush stops it behind the net. Austin Rodebush will feed to the far side corner. Skating ahead is O'Day. He'll club it in to the near side boards. This is O'Day, who will leave for Sherwood, who punches behind the net for DeVito. He centers, looking for Sherwood, who got to stick to it. Puck is loose. Marksmen come away with it. 2-on-2 as they're out to center. Alex Reynaud totes the puck up ice. He centers. And now a chance as McNair had turned it into the low slot, but a good hustle back by Zemlitska. Now O'Day engages with his man in the near side corner. Roanoke away with it. Vella pitches this sky high up in the air as looked like Cupp just has to drop it back to Brian Moore, who's going to retreat behind a Brent Moran. 3 minutes gone by in the third period, 5-3 Marksmen lead. Given to the far side boards, this puck is on edge, stolen by Jeff Jones. He centers to Jansen, looking for a lane, lost it. Hill fires a slap shot, turned out on a good play from Brent Moran. FX Girard pinned on the far side half wall. Jansen reaching out after the puck. It's on edge. Jansen sweeping after it as FX Girard does yeoman's work to keep it away. Girard with a bouncing puck will get help from Glover. Marksmen are unable to get this one out. Stubbs plays it behind the net for Jeff Jones, who lays a body check. to give some space for Jansen. He's tied up one-on-one. Jansen lost the puck. Armstrong trying to hold the line. He does to Jansen, and now Jones in the far corner. Centers to Stubbs. The pass is wide of his forehand, and it's all the way down and out. 16:15 to go in the third period. On the near side board, Stubbs loses the puck. A chance for McCloy, who's away down the near boards. Plays it into the near side corner, sending Reimers to chase. The lane is cut off, and the Marksmen will have the puck at the far point. Oliveri plays it off the end wall. It'll be taken there by Picorni, who will send it up ice, looking for help from Nenadal. Nenadal charging. He's unable to get it out. Picorni, though, will skate it to the blue line before turning it back. The Marksmen touch, and they're right back on pressure. Hill leaves for Picorni in the far side corner. Tommy Picorni's going to try to do it himself. Flips this one into the near side corner. Vincenzo Renda is there, takes a shoulder from Nenadal. Hepner centered the puck. Marksmen get it out beyond the blue line. Now a foot race, wisely turning away for a change is Reimers, with 4.5 gone by in this third period. Headman looked for the Dawgs, dumped in by Hepner. Moran will spin around Fogarty on his backhand. Found Oliveri. Gives it up ice. Here come the Marksmen. 3-on-2 as they cross the blue line. A pass in the near circle to Reynaud. He'll bounce it below the goal line. Roanoke there in the form of Brant Sherwood. He reaches after it, and Sherwood looks up ice. Brant Sherwood backhands to Fogarty. Sherwood's got it. Sends it to Fogarty. This is turned over off the near side boards. Brought up ice, and a cold shoulder delivered by Sherwood into the chest of Drake Glover. And that'll send the Rail Yard Dogs back into their own zone to grab this puck. 14:40 to go in the third period. A long look up ice for the Rail Yard Dogs. Brought ahead by Dylan Hill. Hill backhand into the far side corner. Taken there by the Marksmen. Roanoke chasing. They've got it. This is Sherwood. Calling for it. He's got it from DeVito. Buries his shoulder and is dropped below the goal line. Big hit for the Marksmen and Oliveri. Flipped up in the air. This puck is on edge. Icing will be waved. We'll keep going. Continuous action here in the third period. And this very much favors the Fayetteville Marksmen. Moved up ice. Jansen was the intended recipient of a pass from Armstrong. It was deflected, so Roanoke has to throw on the brakes, touch up as they dump it in. Marksmen the first to it, and they'll work up the far boards. Cross ice pass to Reimers. He's driving in. Reimers lost it off of his forehand as the Rail Yard Dogs are to it. This is Zimlitska. Gets around Reimers, and he'll pass behind the net for Tom Picorni. Picorni will look up ice. Sauntering as Picorni will dump this one in. Off the blocker of Moran to the far side board. C.J. Stubbs picks it up. Stubbs for the Rail Yard Dogs. Gives to Picorni. His shot from the point is over the glove of Moran and well high of the net. Jesse Anderson onto it in the near corner. Feeds to Zimlitska. He'll give a cross. Picorni makes a head fake and will turn to find Zimlitska. Lifts one toward the net. It's blocked on the way through. Marksmen will lay it off the far side boards. This is all the way down. The arm is up for icing, and that will be a call that stands. Nearly 7 minutes of continual action to start the third period. 13:07 remaining in it. 5-3 Marksmen.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
13:07 to go in the third period. Face-off is to the glove side of Brent Moran. And we're going to get a slight pause as it looks like Moran has a rut in his goal crease. 6 minutes and 53 seconds of continual action to start the third period. And that means the Rail Yard Dogs, without scoring there, are having a look at the clock and understanding that it's getting to a point that they've got to be a little more desperate. They'll start things off with a face-off win in their attacking zone as Vela tees it up. Shot was tipped on goal, and Moran swallows it. Face-off will be to the glove side of Brent Moran. As Anderson has Vela, and I believe that's Hepner, who he won the draw to, and Hepner takes it into the near side corner. Feeds to the near defenseman, that's Hill. Right back for Vela in the near corner. Off-angle shot, Moran has it, he'll melt it. And that'll be the game plan for Brent Moran, especially at this juncture, as it will be a lot of melting if he can have anything to say about it. Brantley Sherwood will be the center for this draw for the Rail Yard Dogs. He'll go against McNair, who wins it. It's interesting, Sherwood played on the blue line yesterday and then was told to work his way back up to the forward core. This one's clubbed outside the field of play in the Marksman bench. We'll get a whistle, and I think that face-off's going to come outside the zone at will. 12:31 to go in the third period. 5-3, Marksman in the driver's seat. Don Oliveri leading the charge tonight. 2 goals and an assist for the Marksman alternate captain. Dumped in by Dylan Hill. Moran catches it. He will play this one out. Oliveri sends to the far wing. Could be a chance for the Marksman now and a clean breakout. McNair has Reynaud driving. He holds, gives across for a one-timer as a knuckleball from Renda goes off the toe of Rodebush. He shot it against the grain. At the near side post, a centering pass for McNair. Had his stick taken out of his hands by Armstrong. The Rail Yard Dogs are off 3-on-2. Sherwood centers to DeVito, who ran out of real estate as Armstrong went down in front. The near side half wall, Zimlitska tried to pin himself there. Marksman get it out as Jansen turns with it. Now Mac Jansen down the near wing. He likes this shot, pulls the trigger, misses wide of the near post. That'll catch the kick plate. It's all the way back down to Rodebush's end. Austin Rodebush will leave this one up on a tee as Dylan Hill has it coming up ice. Hill backhands to the far winger. Driving here is Zimlitska. He takes a hard shoulder. Jones to Jansen behind the net. He missed it. Line held by Picorni, who jumps way down into the rush. Marksmen are able to get to it. They swarm with numbers. They're out of their own zone to center. Picorni bats it right back into the body of Stubbs. That's a hand pass, and we'll get a whistle for it. 11-11 remaining in the third period. 5-3 Marksmen. Roanoke, against the momentum of the game, is actually out shooting Fayetteville. 34-27. They've outshot Fayetteville in every period in this hockey game to this point. And it's kind of been a strange phenomenon because it doesn't quite feel that way, especially when you look at how offensively efficient the Marksmen have been. This is Brian Moore. He threw an offensive body check and absolutely drops Dylan Hill as those two continue to go at it. That started in the first period. Bednard takes a shove from Armstrong, who will deliver a pass to C.J. Stubbs. 2-on-2 for the Rail Yard Dogs. Jansen down the near wing driving, bumped off the puck as Moran will catch against his chest and hold. Dylan Hill with more words, peering back into the Marksman end. Face-off will be to the glove side of Brent Moran. Face-off won by Roanoke. So the Rail Yard Dogs have it in the form of Nenadal, who's punished in the near side corner boards. This puck works up the near side half wall. Zimlitska will take it and feed across the rink to Hill. Pitchforked it ahead to Jesse Anderson, but the far winger was offside. I believe that was Hepner. 10:20 to go, third period. Anderson will tow in to take this draw. for Roanoke. McCloy wins it instead for the Marksmen. Up the near side boards. Reimers had it for a second, lost it at the red line. So now the Marksmen will converge. The far side red line, they'll dump it in. Rodebush out of his net, shovels to Zimlitzka. He's dispossessed below the goal line by Reimers. Turned over back there, but Picorni snuffs it out, and he'll feed it ahead. Skating with it here is Jesse Anderson. Gave across to Hepner. The pass deflected. Marksmen punch it back out to center. Picorni with a weak pass to Zimlitzka, who has to shield himself from a hard check from McCloy. McCloy wins the puck battle, found Reimers, who will just dump it in. Glover will go to chase as Rodebush will backhand into the clutches of his defenseman, Wojtek Zimlitzka. Behind the net, Rodebush looking up ice. Dylan Hill hanging on to the puck. Takes a long look at Armstrong and will go the other way to Brantley Sherwood, the other veteran. Sherwood tries to work up the near boards. It's taken away at the red line by the Marksman and dumped in the form of Drake Glover. Behind the net, this time Armstrong goes to get it. His breakout pass is turned over to Alex Reynaud. He'll have to try it again. Armstrong will shake off Sherwood. He'll skate it up ice himself. Armstrong dumps it in to the near side corner. Sherwood fires. This one's off the blocker of Moran and sent up in the air with a little bit of backspin as Anselmo will be the one to have it. Anselmo wisely just gives it back to Armstrong, who has a good deal many more games played, and he'll send to Sherwood, who's up ice. Crossed the attacking blue line, lost the puck. Armstrong will give back to Hill. Centers to Mac Jansen, who will backhand it down the far boards. Moran will stop it behind the net. Shoots it around the glass, helping his own cause, but Jeff Jones crashing, took the puck in his chest and works to the near corner. Behind the net, Jansen now with Jones, working against two Marksmen defensemen. Coming away with this one is Bednard, the center. He'll backhand up the near wing. 8 minutes to go in this third period. 5-3 the score remains. The far side half wall sent ahead to Jones. He braces for contact. Nearly thrown into the Marksman bench as Stubbs goes driving. He takes a hard spill. Now a hip check delivered as Jansen gets one more shove in on Oliveri, who lost his helmet. He's got to get off on a change. Pass goes back up to the point. It's deflected by Hoffman, who came off the bench and deflected this one all the way down the length of the ice for icing. 7:43 to go in the third period. Marksmen still up 5-3.
At Carolina's Dentists and Spring Lake Oral Surgery, we believe in creating a positively different experience.
We are proud to serve Eastern North Carolina, including Fayetteville, Spring Lake, and Rayford.
We use the best in dental technique and technology to make Carolina's Dentist your one-stop shop for quality dental care and oral care.
Book your appointment today to come experience the Carolina's Dentist difference.
7:43 to go in this third period. Fayetteville Marksmen used a 4-goal second to take a 5-3 lead into the second intermission. The lead remains the same. Hasn't always been pretty, but it has been efficient tonight for Fayetteville. One more immediate timeout remains in this hockey game. We'll keep an eye on Austin Rodebush should the time come for him to go to the bench. Marksmen have been very, very poised in this third period, and I can't help but shake this feeling that the Oliveri goal to make it 5-3 has a massive impact on the momentum flow in this hockey game. And Roanoke has done this before. They've scored late in the third and tried to mount a comeback. Don't know if that'll happen tonight, but we'll stay tuned and certainly have a look. Down the near boards, here come the rail yard Dogs. To the point, Dylan Hill will sweep across to Armstrong, gives into the middle for Hepner. This puck is on edge and dumped in deep by Roanoke. Near side corner, hard hit delivered as Hoffman will get some help from Brian Moore, who will skate behind Brent Moran. Moore is just going to hang on to the puck directly behind Moran. Big line change coming for both sides. South of 7 minutes to go in this third period. Clean pass to the far wing is McNair had it ahead, but looked like he lost his footing, which forced a bad pass. DeVito loses the puck on the far side boards. Marksmen are into attacking ice with Picorni going after it. Now Sherwood for the rail yard Dogs will take it on the far side boards. Pressured by McNair. Sherwood comes away with it for the time being. Pressured from behind, just has to cough it up to center. Oliveri tees up a slapper from the red line, dumped into Rodebush, who will opt to play it out. 6:10 to go in the third period. Marksmen looking to extend the win streak to 8 straight. Hard hit coming. There it is. As O'Day took a hard shot right in the chops. Up the near boards. Here come the Marksmen as bracing for contact as Reamers. Armstrong gets into him. Been a physical game. The Marksmen have pushed right back. Strong effort, and they look to finish it off here at home. It's been a rather sleepy little third period here, though. You just want to make sure you don't make any critical errors. Armstrong turning, looking for a shooting lane. Fans on the shot, has to get to Jansen. Thought about it, gives to Armstrong in the near corner. Centers to Stubbs. The one-timer attempt goes off the stick of Hoffman with a good defensive play. Jones coughs it up to Hoffman behind the net. Hoffman will get some help as Jansen comes crashing in after it. Turned over to the rail yard Dogs. Armstrong fires, goes off the shin pad of the furthest forward up ice. That was Reamers. Now Jansen turns and fires. Off bodies and high. Jarrett Cupp getting to the puck. Jones awaiting him there. He'll send it around the kick plate. Icing is waved by the far linesman, Evan Knox. We're going to keep going. Just 5 minutes to go in this third period. Behind the net, Rodebush looking up ice. And here comes Chris Vela. Still backhand for Jesse Anderson to go chase. Mark Wilson's the first in. Survives a huge check and gives to the far wing, Harrison Harper. Nearly overtaken. Wilson blows up his man. Ramp chance for Anderson. Moran seals. Now a shot wide by Picorni. A good drive for Roanoke here. 4:30 to go in this final frame of regulation. And the rail yard Dogs trailing by 2. Harrison Harper will skate this one out for the Marksmen. Maybe a 3-on-2. Harper gains the attacking blue line, just chips it in deep. Behind the Roanoke net, the rail yard Dogs will break it out. This is Anderson. He'll send ahead to Hepner, who will backhand behind the net, and Moran is out to play it. Marksman will shovel to Brian Moore, who gains the red line and dumps it in. Sherwood back with Armstrong to chase. South of 4 minutes remaining in the hockey game. Armstrong will be the one to skate it up. Finds Sherwood in the near wing. Gains the red line, dumps it into the far side corner. DeVito warring with Oliveri. Oliveri knocks DeVito as the puck squirts free right to the rail yard Dogs. Quick shot from Sherwood is blockered away by Moran. A bouncing puck is soccered back in, but Armstrong is offside, and that is where we will pause. 3:35 to go in the third period. Marksmen looking to make it 8 straight. We go down the stretch next.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up. They spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Sun getting low for the Roanoke rail yard Dogs in the comeback effort. 3:35 to go in the third period. The Dogs win the face-off back into their own zone. And we'll have a quick glance up at the clock. Austin Rodebush is at the top of his goal crease looking at Dan Bremner, who has not given him the time of day yet. He pulls Rodebush now. 6-on-5 unless we have an empty net goal. Roanoke pulls within 1. Hill, hard hit. No call. He hit Matt McNair right between the 2 and the 0 and crumpled him. McNair back up. Here's a shot. They score as Moran got bumped on the way through. That's going to count, and we're going to have a mad dash to the finish. It was deflected on the way in, and Moran visibly distraught. Jeff Jones will have credit for the goal. And the guy who is 5th in the league in assists is going to bring his team within 1. It's the only goal of this third period. And it comes 16:56 into the third. So the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs are within 1. Looking for an unlikely comeback. Rodebush standing between the hash marks as the Marksmen will bounce this all the way to the goal line. This is icing. 2:50 to go in the third period. And I'd imagine the strategy doesn't look a lot different. Dan Bremner is going to pull Rodebush now. 6-on-5 again. We'll see if Dan Bremner wants to take a timeout to go with it. No signal yet, still plenty of time, and there it is. Timeout, Rail Yard Dogs. And that'll give us an opportunity to put this game on reset. Marksmen opened the scoring in the first period with Tanner Fraze. Mac Jansen would answer 12:08 into the frame. And then the wild and wacky second period. Matt O'Day gave Roanoke a lead for all of 49 seconds before Don Oliveri tied things up. Then Tommy Biesinger, who would later be ejected for spearing, gave the Marksmen a lead. Zach Hoffman drives in. He scores on a 2-on-1. That goal triggers the pulling of Henry Dill. Austin Rodebush comes in. That gives a little bit of a spark as Matt O'Day drives down the near side boards and beats Brent Moran cleanly to make it 4-3. And then Don Oliveri, shorthanded on the Biesinger spearing major, uses Rodebush as a backboard, sends it off his skating in the back of the net. 5-3 is where we've been for 20 minutes plus now. And finally, another goal. It's Jeff Jones scoring. I believe it was a deflection on the way through, as Jones will have his 13th of the season for his 38th point. 6-on-5. Rodebush is out of the net. It's gaping at the other end. Marksmen warring after the puck. They can't win it. Here's Anderson. Spins it down into the near side corner boards. Marksmen are there awaiting it. Cannot get it out of the first try. On the second, Armstrong's around. Marksmen get it out. Armstrong with a strong stick just holding the puck along the near boards. Now he has to give back to Jones. Jesse Anderson will be the one to take it. He'll find Mac Jansen on the near side half wall. Jansen driving in, looking for a lane. Bounces it off Moran. The Marksman clear to the far boards, not out. DeVito gives into the far side corner, centering pass. Jansen wasn't ready for it. Has to turn to DeVito on the far side point. Laid below the goal line to Jeff Jones. He twirls with it to the near side goalpost. Backhander to the near dot. That's Anderson. Gives in front. One-timer from Stubbs. Pushed just wide. And the Marksmen get it out. 2 minutes remaining in the hockey game. Line change coming for Fayetteville. Roanoke looking exhausted after a good push up ice here, and you've got to imagine there will be a change at some point. Here's Armstrong having to dump it to the near side corner. Marksman to the first team there, all the way around. It gets by 2 Dogs. Puck is on edge. Foot race. Anderson driving. Moore beat him. Has the puck, and now the Marksmen look for the empty net. Moore around one man. Around him again. Centers, and the Rail Yard Dogs sniff out the pass. Anderson is going to give back to Brantley Sherwood, who will stick handle in front of the open cage. Less than 90 seconds to go in the third period. Sherwood dispossessed, but he's got puck support. Driven down the far side boards, here comes Jeff Jones. Jones will lay it behind the net. Hard hit delivered there. Marksmen have one man to the puck. The Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs swarm in the near side corner. Fogarty trying to dig it out. He's got a little help from Nenadal. He takes a couple of shots in the back. Everybody digging for it. Oliveri on Nenadal, who will take it out of the pile. Gives to the point. Near side, Hill tees it up just wide of the far post. Zemlitska trying to hold the line. He does. Behind the net, he was looking for Nenadal. Around the kick plate. Hill is dropped. This is going to be a penalty on Brian Moore. And in the final 51 seconds, the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs are going to have a 6-on-4 advantage for Brian Moore's hit on Dylan Hill. It is called interference. It will be a minor penalty. And I would imagine that there is going to be a long discussion here at the Roanoke bench as Dan Bremner's brought his power play unit over. Whistle blows to get everybody back out. Corey Melkert does have a timeout to use, should he choose to. 6 on 4 with an empty net at the other end, and a long 51 seconds for Brian Moore. And all the usual suspects are out for Roanoke. Marksmen win the draw. They clear it off the near glass, but Armstrong holds the line. Second effort, it's out wide of the empty net. No icing because it's a penalty kill. 40 seconds to go. Here come the rail yard Dogs. Right up Broadway, DeVito will find Armstrong, who's around his own man Stubbs. Marksman wanted an offside call, not going to get it. This is toward the empty net, just wide of the near post, but the puck hit the back of the net. A lot of time trickling off the clock. Jesse Anderson going back to grab it for Roanoke. Backhands to the far side boards. Jones around his man. He's got a lane. Centers wide of the net. Roanoke diving after the puck. The Marksmen have it. It's Cup. Tried to clear. Off bodies. Behind the net. 8 seconds to go. Marksmen have it. Couldn't get it out. Time winding down. 3. Marksmen pin the puck. It's over. Painted black and orange. 8 straight. 4 against the rail yard Dogs. And the Marksmen take the win. For the final. The Fayetteville Marksmen extend the win streak to 8 games. 4 straight against the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. And the Marksmen have 2 points. Unbelievable hockey game here tonight. We put the game on reset for you right after this.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions. Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
It was a much different victory tonight compared to last night for the Fayetteville Marksmen, but they have now defeated the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs in 4 straight games. The overall win streak is at 8. The Fayetteville Marksmen are the hottest team in the SPHL. That was a barn burner of a hockey game. Back-to-back nights we've seen 9 goals. This one was as close to evenly split as you could imagine as we put it on reset for you. Scoring starts just 5:32 into the hockey game. Tanner Fraze receives a gift from Henry Dill back behind the net as he puts the puck in, but Matt Jansen would get it back late in the first period, scoring his 20th of the season on just a good wrist shot from the high slot. That came on the back of a pair of Henry Dill saves, and masterful stops by Dill, who I thought played well. We'll talk more about him in a moment. Early in the second period, Matt O'Day scores before we hit the 2-minute mark. The Rail Yard Dogs would have the lead in this game for 49 seconds before Don Oliveri charges back, makes a hit on O'Day, forces him to cough up the puck, shoots in the rebound. That makes it 2-2. Then Tommy Biesinger would score on the power play. That made it 3-2, and the Marksmen won an offensive onslaught. 4-2 as Hoffman drives the net, receives a pass from Reimers, and that triggers Henry Dill being pulled. Dill allowed 4 goals on 20 shots, but it was only a 2-goal deficit for the Rail Yard Dogs. Austin Rodebush comes in and gives up the goal that ends up being the difference maker. So Austin Rodebush is actually going to be on the hook for this loss tonight, as he was last night, and not a great weekend for either of Roanoke's netminders. Rodebush gives up a goal to Don Oliveri as he uses his skate as a backboard, puts it in the back of the net. 5-3 after Matt O'Day had scored right after the goaltender switched. Late in the third period, Jeff Jones on a deflected shot scores to make it 5-4. Then Brian Moore takes an interference penalty on the near side half wall. The Marksmen go down 6-on-4 with an empty net at the other end. They don't score in the empty net, but they are able to kill off those 51 seconds. They skate to their 8th straight victory, their 4th straight against the Rail Yard Dogs. And the Fayetteville Marksmen have the longest win streak in the league, and it continues tonight. 3 stars of tonight's game are brought to you by Bubba's 33. You can visit them in the Westwood Shopping Center. Bubba's, good food, great times. 3rd star with a pair of goals tonight is Matt O'Day. I thought he had a great individual contest, despite the fact his team does not come out victorious. Zach Hoffman with his first professional goal is our 2nd star. And with 3 points tonight, a pair of goals and assists, Don Oliveri is the 1st star of tonight's game. The Fayetteville Marksmen improved to 25-10-1, while the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs slipped to 17-13-6. And this is a big one for the Marksmen, as they will keep pace with Quad City and Peoria. And more importantly, they have taken what was the biggest adversity of their season and they've shoved it right back into the lap of the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. With a win in any of the remaining 3 meetings, the Fayetteville Marksmen will have taken the season series over the Rail Yard Dogs. Folks, that was a fun hockey game, and we hope you will join us on Friday as the Marksmen hit the road heading to Macon, Georgia to tangle with the Macon Mayhem, as they'll put another win streak on the line and look to make it 9 straight and 10 over the Macon Mayhem this season. We hope you enjoyed this one as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, I'm Drew Blevins. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.